whatever you do, don't sing. and she also said, and always remember, just because you find it amusing doesn't mean that anybody else will find it amusing. So I'm sure that's good advice. But so who here has heard the 1960s comedy song Camp Granada by Hughes?
Oh yeah.
Few of us
Hello,
older
Hello, Father.
So maybe experience. Oh, yeah, I can say it's me and your experience. So it was a breakout hit by this guy who wrote these crazy songs, and it's the story of a kid who's writing a letter to his parents, and things start out bad, but eventually, right at the end, they get good. So there's like 4 lines is all I've done, and it'll mean more to the couple of us who have heard it. But it starts out like this. Hello, Weston. Hello, Hamir. This the best week since I came here. It's been very satisfying. And they say we'll have some fun when we stop crying. That's all the.
Pitch perfect.
Yeah. Well, that's one reason why she asked me not to do it, which is why I did it. And this is. Huh? No. Yeah, we still don't know that. So I mean, there's some more of it in my head, but we'll just skip it. Anyway,
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, you wouldn't want that. So really, thank you all so much for being here. When Carolyn mentioned that we were changing the meeting room, I thought we were going to go maybe to Amir's office. So it's really. Really cool that you're all here. So it's great that such a group of my friends, if so many could be here. Or it could be that there's a lot of people who are glad to see me going. It's possible, or both. And about the invitation, Carolyn, that you sent out, that was was really sweet. It said something about wisdom and accomplishments and stories, and of course I'm not really sure about any of those things. No one's ever accused me of wisdom before. I'm sure you meant to call me a wise guy, which is fair. And about stories, huh? What?
I'm still new at this.
Yeah. On stories, Amir knows I take a while to get to the point. My wife points that out, so I'll try to be more terse. And about accomplishments, after 24 years, you'd think I must have had some, and I'm sure that's true. But at my age, the memory starts to fade a little bit, and I'll be darned if I can remember what they were. But I do remember a few random things. I remember one time a few years ago, nearly the whole servo team went to a Samsung escalation in Xi'an, in central China. And I almost killed Jen Chen with a vodka tonic. I remember, so Weston, this is maybe for you.
It's a no-teller. Oh.
I won't tell the no-teller stuff. But I do remember taking my shirt off in the rain in downtown Berlin at the Love Parade with Matt DiLorenzo and Weston and a few others. And I know Matt and Weston are still trying to unsee that. I'm pretty sure I heard a young German boy say to his father, he said, "Look, Papa, it's an albino beach baby." I think that's what he said.
Good time.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. And I remember countless, I don't know, is Tashar here? Yeah. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Yeah, right in front of me. I remember countless mountain biking sessions with Tashar. I mean, we'd go kind of every weekend, which I cherish. And I remember one session with Dave Opperly, who showed determination and strength and grit. But he crashed 3 times. Endurance. Yeah, endurance. Yeah, he kept at it. He broke his bike. That was awesome. Carolyn, I remember working with you on movie posters and co-hosting monthly movies with Frank, who did movie trivia for all of them. That was great fun. Sort of a private joke that must remain so. I remember joking with Frank and Damon about ventriloquism and the Hobbit, Bilbo Baggins. So you have to get details from those guys because it would be inappropriate. I remember a bunch of amazing people who have been in my group one time or another, and some are have moved on from the company. But I went through the list, and there's close to 20. Including this young man here, who had worked with me one time or another. So that's pretty awesome. I remember working with Wilfred and Jen Chen on autofocus and cheetah and beam stabilizers and autofocus and stage control and autofocus and Rick and autofocus. And autofocus and Z-Cal. And I cherish them both and wouldn't have missed a moment of it. I remember a year ago welcoming Alex Kantaroff into our group. Alex is the coolest guy ever and is doing great stuff on 8XX CDD software. I remember a couple months ago we hired Jan Chu, who's tied as the coolest guy ever, and is doing great stuff already on the source on 7XX. I remember being part of a culture in Rapid where we made a conscious choice to measure twice, cut once. So it's been good to see so many things work the first time quickly and pretty much the way we expected. This is tough. Tough but good. I remember a million brainstorming sessions. Where I felt really privileged, to trade ideas with all of you. The smartest, most talented and creative folks I've ever known. It's been really great. I remember working on hard problems and usually feeling out of my depth, but knew that the group would always find some solution, and that's always been the case, and it's always great fun. So I'll miss that. And more than that, y'all miss saying hi in the hallway. Every day to all of you. You didn't notice. I really cherish that. But, so the good news, we will still be around. We live like 20 miles away. We're not going anywhere. I do fully expect to pop in for lunch, or to shoot some pool, or to eat at Chili Garden, and still to say hi in the hallway. I've already arranged to have a Men in Black memory erase thing. So I won't be able to understand any technical stuff. But I look forward to seeing Peter's awesome team drive 8XX over the finish line, and to seeing the super capable 7XX crew that Amir is assembling dominate the UV inspection market sometime really soon. On both programs, certain things may look kind of challenging right now,
as always, but like the Camp Granada song, things will turn out just fine in the end. I do also look forward to spending more time with my lovely wife, more time in Lake Tahoe, playing guitar, riding my bike, woodworking, doing some travel. So thanks everybody. We'll see you.